guys, welcome back to my channel. I apologize for the late upload. Again, I've traveled back home and moved into my apartment, and I still have a lot of unpacking to do, but I'm mostly settled in at this point, so hopefully that will help with getting my uploading schedule back on track. And if you hear any noise in the background, that's because the plumbing for the building is like right behind my bedroom wall, so I can unfortunately hear like everything that happens when someone like takes a shower or flushes the toilet or whatever, so that's great. But yeah, this week's video is mainly just about traveling and moving to new places and the nostalgia and all of those kinds of feelings that you get when that happens. So today, I'm recording this right now on Sunday night. It's about 8:30 p.m. here. But I actually left to go back to North Carolina, which is where I'm from, yesterday on Saturday. And it was a full trip, a full day of just traveling from 11:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7:30-ish. So again, I've been working in LA this past summer, and they do have like shuttle buses that take you to the airport and things like that in the morning. That's what the company that I was working for had planned for us, but it was kind of chaotic because they did not really communicate well with us what times the shuttle bus would be available and what times the driver was planning to be there and things like that. So a lot of us were worried that we were going to miss our flight. Again, my flight was planning to take off at 11:30. The shuttle bus did not come to pick us up until 9:35. And again, this is LAX, so it's one of the biggest airports in the area, or in the country, I think, pretty sure. So obviously we were very worried that we were going to miss our flight, and especially because I have like this huge bag of stuff that I have to check before I go through TSA and everything. So but yeah, we got there just in time. I think if I had shown up like even just 10 minutes later, I might have missed my plane or been like very, very late or something. So it's like perfect timing when I got there. I did have to take some things out of my luggage because it was overweight. So I had to throw away some hair products, and I had to move a pair of shoes into my book bag and take out my pillow that I had packed for, because I was living in a college dorm. So I had to take that out and just kind of carry it with me as my second carry-on, I guess, on the plane, which kind of helped with like my back and stuff on the plane. So that kind of worked out. But the entire time I was stressed and worried that I was like, going to miss my flight and all that kind of stuff. But it was fine. TSA itself wasn't that bad. It went by pretty quick. I feel like because it's such a busy airport that they don't really care that much about the stuff as long as it's not like super obviously like a security threat or something. I did get pat down by one of the TSA agents. That had never happened to me before, but the lady was shorter than I was, and she was really nice about it, so I didn't really have any worries, or I didn't feel uncomfortable by it or anything. But yeah, I got there with just enough time to go to my gate and figure out where everyone was, or like where I was supposed to be. And unfortunately, it was in like this tiny little area where there was a bunch of other gates that were also planning to take off around the same time as my flight. So it was crowded and there was nowhere to sit, and you had all these different people talking over each other, saying which group was ready to board the plane and all that kind of stuff. So it was really crazy. And because of that, my flight got pushed back by about 10 minutes just to give like those other gates some time to have their people lined up and get on the plane and get out and all that stuff, which thankfully gave me some time to go to Starbucks. And I got something I had never ordered before. I think it was like the Oreo Crunch Frappuccino or a Mocha Frappuccino Crunch, something like that. I had never had it before, but it was actually pretty good. It was mostly water though, but and that was like literally the only thing I had that entire day at that point. But yeah, I boarded the plane, and then I had a 5-hour flight from LA to Raleigh, and it went by pretty fast. This is like about the third time at this point that I've had to fly across the country. I think only the second time by myself. And I had movies and stuff prepared that I watched that really helped with like the timing of it and everything. So I was a lot more comfortable. And I got some snacks to eat on the plane and stuff, so that was fine. But by the time that we had gotten to Raleigh, I had not eaten anything else, obviously, so I was starving and I had a really bad headache and I was kind of dizzy. And also my arm was like super bruised because I had tried to carry a box of things to the mail center on campus the previous day, but it was too heavy and I couldn't do it because I was going to try to lessen the weight of my luggage by mailing some things in advance, but I realized that I cannot carry this box of stuff by myself, so I gave up. And apparently it was heavy enough that it caused some damage to my arm and it was really bruised and stuff and it was bad, but it is fine. But yeah, when I got to Raleigh, it was, my dad picked me up and it was great, and I got to see my family again and move into my apartment, and things are pretty great so far. I still have to get some more furniture. I bought groceries today and I had shrimp and grits for dinner, which is like one of my favorite meals ever, so I can't complain too much. I just gotta get used to being here and driving in the area and stuff. Other than that, everything's pretty great. What else? My sister is currently staying with me for the next, I think she's staying for like one more day and then she's going back with my parents, but we've just been chilling and like getting to know each other. Well, we already know each other, we're sisters, but like kind of like catching up. There we go, that's the word I'm looking for. And then today I tried to do laundry, and they have like a little laundry place in the in like the office of the apartment complex, but they only take quarters and it's $1.75 per load, which is like super expensive. And I didn't have quarters on me, obviously, because I don't really carry cash. So my sister and I were like running all over the place trying to figure out where we could get change. And eventually we ended up just having to go to a laundromat and just put cash in and get like the quarters back. So I was able to do laundry. It took me like all day to figure out how to do it though. And then I also got Wi-Fi set up because I don't have Wi-Fi, which is another reason why it's taken me forever to work on my video for this week. I'm currently borrowing my sister's hotspot right now, so this is kind of helping a little bit, but so if I'm not like as active on YouTube or TikTok or anything else this week, it's probably due to that. Hopefully the internet stuff will come in tomorrow. I think Tuesday is the earliest, but who knows, maybe it'll be tomorrow, but I don't really know. But yeah, that's all I really have for right now. Thank you so much for tuning in, and again, I'm sorry for the late video. Please subscribe and like if you really appreciate my work and the videos that I make for y'all. And I hope you have a great rest of your day, your night, anything else that you have going on. And I hope you have a great rest of your week.